Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, the 8th of April. Special day today. Now, lots and lots of talk have been going on for today's energy, and I don't know about you guys, but I feel a bit more settled. I felt worse last week than what I did this week. So it's we've got the new moon in Aries, we've got Chiron in Aries, we've also got the full eclipse today. And we have the sun in Aries. Now, Aries energy, as I've said before in these videos, is a very driven, action, motivated, go-getting. Mercury retrograde is the opposite. It's like pull back, slow back, stop, revisit things, go over things, especially technology. So on one hand, we might be feeling like that we're really ready for things to start moving forward and excited. And then on another hand, we could be finding that mistakes are being made, so we need to pull back there. Now, the eclipse energy is transformational, so it's new beginnings, and that goes in line with the new moon in Aries, new beginnings. So we have a reset button all round. But because we're still in the throes of the full moon in Libra a couple of weeks ago, which is all about endings, particularly to do with relationships and situations connected around partnerships or relationships, we're also in that transformative stage of closing doors and opening new ones. So there's a lot of change, there's a lot of endings. Now, let me just see if this has come up on my page. I think it has. I can see people commenting easier there. So go to comments, that might help. Comments, chat. Perfect. Okay, so there's been lots of talk on this, and I wanted to do a talk today about what you can do with the energy. You know, we kind of know what's going on now. We know that there's big shifts happening. We know that there's big transformational closures and new beginnings coming in, but what can you do about it? So I do lots of different things when we have new moons, when we have full moons, and different times of the year, and I tend to just go with the flow. Really, I tend not to have something set, like, oh, I must do this, I must do that, because as much as I'm a Taurus, as much as I like routine, morning Kelly, I also like to be spontaneous, and sometimes I have all these plans, and then when it comes to it, I'm just not in the mood to do it. So I tend to do different things. One of the things I've already done today, which is fabulous on a new moon, is blow some cinnamon. Blow some cinnamon, sprinkle a little bit on your hand and blow it indoors. So you open your front door and you blow it in, and that will bring you good luck. This energy and this reset, it helps to bring you good luck. Another thing that I will be doing, I've already done with cinnamon, another thing I'll be doing is bay leaves. Now, bay leaves are fabulous for lots of different things, but you write your intention on a bay leaf, and then you can light candles with that. And I have my candle pot here. And you can choose different candles for different things. Now, I am writing a book with all of this information in, but in a nutshell, for example, if you want abundance, if you want more energy, you could use yellow or orange. If you want money, you could use green. If you want love, you could use pink or red, depending if you want romance or passion, friendships, pink. To feel a bit better, to get out of depression, yellows, oranges. So depending on what it is you're trying to bring in or release, that's the candle colours, and any colours that you would really, for me, you would use there. But I like to use the bay leaf. It's very strong. It's quite easy to write on the back of it there, and you can just burn that with your intention. Now, although this is eclipse, it is also the new moon, so this is a great time to start off with your manifestations. And obviously, I would use the tarot card also. Kelly, you got bay leaves, great. Yeah, cinnamon. First of the month is great for cinnamon as well. But because this is a reset button, we can use it today. Tarot cards. I love to use tarot cards as part of manifestation. And again, that's part of the next book that I'm writing and my next deck. As it happens, this Astro Tarot deck, so many people have been asking me, when are these out? I'm literally now, this week, it should be here, maybe Wednesday, Thursday, I will have the sample. We've moved forward massively. So I will have the sample. Once I have the sample, I need to just check that it feels right, that it's a good thickness, and that it looks good, and which it does according to what I've seen so far. I need to get a feel for it, and I need to make sure the box looks good and the booklet looks good. Once I get the okay, and once I'm like able to touchy feel it, then I can sell them. They'll be ready to roll. So I should get, like I say, get them about Wednesday, these new Astro Tarot deck, and then I will they'll be out for sale probably be within 2 weeks, there. So you can register on my website to get them, or you can message me. But I will be having a pre-order form set up. I hope maybe tomorrow I'll get that set up. Kelly, I don't have that colour candle. Yeah, you can use coloured pens, absolutely, 100%. You can use colour paper, colour pens, something that might represent that colour. It's all about intention. So absolutely, something of a similar. Might be a bit of paper, could be a petal that's a colour. I mean, I've got these beautiful daffs, so if I didn't have yellow, I might use these to bring in the yellow. These will definitely be on my altar today because it's spring. April, just remind me of April, and I love daffodils. So yeah, using different things for your altars, but for this reset button. So that's what I wanted to do. What can you do with this energy? So as it is a manifestation time, now manifestation, the idea of manifestation is like bringing in the energy of what you want to be. But do you know what? Before like you see it and believe it, you've got to believe it before you see it. You kind of got to be in that present. You've got to be in that phase. I read for someone not so long ago, and who'd done lots of manifestations, and was still waiting. Now, there's an element of, if you're doing too many, the universe can get a little bit like, oh, what's going on? Conflicting. But also, there will be certain things that may not align with your higher self, that may not align with your true natural pathway. Now, I have done spell work where I did want someone to come back into my life, and yes, it worked, and it didn't last, and it wasn't great. So you have to be super careful, particularly when other people are involved there, because you might get, it's one of those cases, be careful what you wish for. You might get what you want and then realize actually this isn't what I want. So when we broke up, I was glad because it kind of broke the spell, and then when we got back together the next time, it was genuine. It didn't feel like it was forced. It didn't feel like I'd had to do anything. It was like he wants to be here. So it was much better. So you have to be super careful with any spells or any manifestations. And I said it before, I manifested my husband. Now, I actually thought I was manifesting my previous marriage. I thought I was using the tarot cards to improve that. And then when it came up on Facebook a year later, you know how it does the memories. And I looked, I was like, oh, actually, I probably did it a bit wrong. So you have to be really careful what you manifest. I didn't do it wrong, did I? I did it right. Because it worked out happy ever after for me. But yeah, I wasn't. I put different cards down to maybe what I thought I should have done, but then I didn't because it all worked out well. So as far as manifestation goes, you have to be realistic to a degree, but also it's that belief. If you're not really believing it and trusting it, and not just believing it but living it, if you're not living it and you're just waiting for these things to happen, and then that's it, you're waiting, that's where your manifestation energy is going to be. You're in that place of waiting. Look at my hair. What am I going to do about that? Pop it behind there. Gone a bit wild today. So you have to really think about how manifestation works. It's no good just being like, oh, I'm going to manifest this, I'm going to use this. Look into it, really look into it. So many things are just surface level when you watch these lives and when people chit chat, and it's much better to go off and do your own research and to really get a proper feel for it. Everyone and their dog talks about manifestation now, like everyone and their dog used to talk about tarot and this and that, and it becomes, for me, it becomes a bit weaker and flaky because people are just jumping on the bandwagon and they think they know what they're talking about, and really they don't. So I would say do your own investigation and do your own research as to how you're going to work your manifestations for you. But it's about literally being in that present and believing. And I don't think we need to keep, it's not like begging prayers. I don't think we need to keep asking and asking. I think there's a lot of energy that gets mixed up and confused. That said, let's have a look at some of the things that you might want to change, shift, restart the energy around. Now, so some of my readings, in fact, a lot of the readings this week have been, this month really, have been big changes, big transformations. I know a lot of people have been waiting on things. That's what it feels like. The vibe is waiting. So quite a lot of you have been waiting on divorces, been going on maybe 2-3 years, house moves, 2 or 3 years, trying for a baby, 2 or 3 years. It really feels like there's a something connection over the last 2 years there where people have just almost been in limbo, really, and finding it difficult to move forward. So what we're having now with this eclipse will start to shift things forward, and as we move into May, it'll be slightly easier as well. And there has been a lot of deaths as well. You know, it's not something I predict in my readings at all, but I have seen a lot of people with a lot of deaths around them, more than usual there, and that could be for one reason or another. You know, I'm not going to go into my theories on it, but there's obviously a bigger shift at the moment, and you could argue there's so many reasons. I mean, maybe it's because we just got a lot of people on the planet at the minute, so the law of average is going to be high. But let's have a look. So what we want to do, you want to think about where you want your changes in your life first of all. You want to think about what changes do you want to make, and this comes down to what you want to make, not what other people want to make. So you have to take personal responsibility. Now, on my day-to-day card reading, we had the justice card was today's card of the day. It's all about being accountable for your actions, not blaming anyone else, but holding your hand up, putting your money where your mouth is. So think about what you want to change, not like, oh, I want my husband to change, or I want my son to change, or none of that's going to work. You have to be the one to change. It has to come from you. And if you're moaning about your job, or if you're moaning about your financial situation, or you're moaning about your health, it's got to come from you. What can you do about it? And that's the first step in any manifestation, in any spell work, in anything that's really going to work for you, in any changes. It has to come from you, your soul, your heart, and be honest with yourself. And that may mean that you have to dig a bit deeper. You might have to do a bit of shadow work. You may have to go within and pick out the things that you don't like about yourself. But that's all right, because you can fix it, you can heal it, or you can accept it there. So doing a bit of shadow work is great. But this new moon energy, new moon in Aries, like I said, it is exciting energy. It's a restart. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. So it is the new beginning. This is why Aries like to lead. So some of you will be feeling much more of a leader now, more stronger, more independent, more fun as well. Aries energy, because they're the first one, they're like the baby. Although they're the leader, they're also like the baby, because they haven't got that experience. They want to lead, they want to go into things, but they haven't always got the experience that perhaps the rest of these star signs, zodiac signs, have, because they're just the rebirth. So anything to do with new energy now is great. Oh, hello, pickle. Anything to do with new energy now is great. New ideas. I remember this time last year, we had 2 new moons in Aries. And I remember literally waking up thinking, I'm going to sublet my shop. I'm going to sublet the coffee up part. I've got a coffee shop in a crystal area where I do my readings. And I've had it for 6 years, but for the majority of those years, I was running it pretty much on my own, just with some staff here and there. And I just thought, you know what? I woke up on the new moon in Aries just randomly. It's like, I'm going to sublet it. So I put it out there in social media like you do. And we had 2 new moons, like I said. And the lady that I picked to do it, she couldn't start for 3 weeks. And I was actually going away in 3 weeks. So it was a great time, because it meant that she could come in while I wasn't there and get herself comfortable. And that 3 weeks happened to be when we had the second new moon in Aries. So it's perfect timing for new beginnings. So right now is a reset. Right now is excellent. When you're ready to change something, when you're ready to put your energy in and change something. Gillian, I've drawn the moon card for myself. Ooh. So for me, the moon card, I mean, we've got strong moon energy at the moment, but the moon card is about, it's ruled by Pisces. So it's very intuitive. So it's saying like, trust your intuition, follow what feels right. But it's also a card of unknown. It's one of my cards. It's a pain in the ass, because I like to give direct facts, like this is going to happen, that's going to happen. And when the moon card comes up, it's like, oh, we don't know what's going to happen. There's an uncertainty with it. So that's what the moon card means, is there's change in the air. You could find that 1 minute you're like this, 1 minute you're like that. There's a big shift, a big change. It's not a direct answer, other than trust in your intuition because something isn't clear, something isn't right. It's like maybe you need to tread water a little bit longer or delve into something a bit more. Something isn't clear at the moment. It's murky. It's murky. So having to go in yourself a little bit, Gillian, perhaps, or having to just, I mean, I know you know the cards anyway, but just feel things for a little bit longer. All is not as it seems there. So let's have a look then. So if you're wanting something new coming up now, if you've got a new business idea, let's go for the King of Pentacles. He's great. So on your bay leaf, you might write your business idea, what it is. You may pull the King of Pentacles because this indicates security, stability, success, financial abundance, but all wrapped up in a business opportunity there. And bring in perhaps someone in with great business ideas that you may work with. And I would probably want either green for money or yellow, orange, sorry, creativity, orange, and maybe yellow as well then, abundant colours, but green for that prosperity, and I would probably go with orange for the creativity vibe in the career area. So thinking about what it is that you want to bring in will be important, or what it is that you want this new energy to be. Let's have a little look. Some of you can drop some messages there. Gillian, that's my problem. When I do spirit work, I worry if spirit will deliver. I worry it will spill. Wow, there you go. That's the energy you're bringing in then, Gillian, isn't it? That worry. So you have to not worry. They're always there. They're always there. It's we sometimes miss them. So if you're worrying that if spirit will deliver, and do you know the thing is with me, with spirit delivering, they will deliver. It's us. They will 100% deliver. When people say, "Oh, they're not giving me a name," or "They're not giving me this," "They're not doing this," they probably are, but we're not picking it up. And this goes down to what I said earlier about personal responsibility. And I've had it. I've seen millions of people, and I've watched different people work. And I've had some fantastic teachers. Mavis Patilla was well up there with them. And the spirit world are highly intelligent. They know what they're doing. It's us that don't. It's us that miss things. So when the spirit world when we're saying, well, like, who is it? Oh, they're not telling us who it is. What? They're giving you all this information and they're not telling you who they are. They are, but you're not picking it up. Just admit, I can't get it. I don't know why. I don't know. It's most likely a confidence thing. So just admit why you can't. It wouldn't be the spirit world. Like, they're going to tell you all about the situation. They're going to tell you all about the nitty gritty of things, but they're not going to tell you whether it's mum or dad. I don't know. Unless there's a reason for that. There could absolutely be a reason for that. And then you have to figure that out as well. So the spirit world will always be there. Will always be there. It's us that needs to pick up the thread. It's us that needs to work with it there. Don't blame the spirit world. Sometimes people say, "Oh, they've gone." No, they haven't. You've lost the link. You've lost the link. They've stepped back. They may have stepped back, but you've done that. As you're part of that as the medium. So just take responsibility. Make it much easier for you. But Gillian, don't worry if spirit will deliver. They'll always deliver. It's us. It's us that might not pick it up. They'll always deliver there. So and again, whatever you put out, you'll get back. So don't worry, because you'll worry, and that will end up spoiling things. I'll tell you one thing that Mavis Patilla did tell me once. Not just me, lots of people. And it wasn't quite word to word, but it was this in a nutshell: that you have your aura and you have your thoughts, and you put your thought when you're ready to go on platform or to work, you put your thoughts out to the spirit world, and you raise your vibration. I can't remember if it's her that said that part, but you raise your vibration, and you let the spirit world come in close. And I've always believed that as you raise your vibration, they lower theirs, and then you kind of meet in the middle, and that's the blend. And that's all good. You're like, yeah, I'm excited. I've got that. And then the minute it's your turn to talk or go on stage, go on the platform, then you shit a brick and you're like, oh my God, I can't do it. What if they go? What if they're not there? And all of a sudden your aura shrunk. All of a sudden that light that you sent out to the spirit world of like, hello, I'm working, I'm ready. All of a sudden it's gone because your nerves have kicked in, your fears kicked in, the light has dimmed. And then the spirit world are like, what the fuck? She's gone off. Do we not work anymore? So it wasn't like that. She absolutely didn't put it like that, but that's in my head how it is. So your body doesn't know the difference between fear and excitement. So when you step into work, if you all of a sudden have a fear, the spirit world will feel that fear, and it might be a little bit more challenging for them and for you to get that blend. But if you're super excited, if you're like, yes, I'm going to be able to connect to spirit, I'm going to be able to help someone. That's the main feeling. I'm going to be able to share this love. I'm going to be able to help someone perhaps connect with their mum, their son, their daughter, and really help somebody move on. If you're in that mindset, the spirit world will see that light and they'll be like, yeah, she's ready. And then you get up on there and you do your thing. So be careful of your fears, because that will definitely affect how you work. But if you, like I said, keep that light shining with excitement, and not let the fear get the better of you, then there will be it will be a lot smoother for you there. So let's have another little looky at some of these areas. If actually we can have a look at the spirit. How can you work with the spirit better? How can you use all these other modalities to help your connection with the spirit world? And the bottom line is it's sitting in the power and connecting to your guide and building that energy. However, tools can help, can't they? They can help us focus. That's what they're there to focus. So if we want to work a bit more with the spirit world, the star would be a really good card in alignment. That would be a great card. And again, you could write on your bay leaf what it is that you want. I would use a white candle. I would definitely use a white candle if I wanted to do this. The star would be an excellent card, as is the Hanged Man, Judgment maybe, Pluto. The Hangman because of Neptune's energy. Oh no, I wouldn't use the moon. I wouldn't use the moon. But I would use the Hangman because you've got Neptune's energy, and Neptune is all about the subconscious. To a degree, you could use the Death card. I mean, at the end of the day, you want to connect with dead people, don't you? So you could absolutely use the Death card on that. There, I'm trying to find my Hangman card. He's hanging around somewhere else. Clearly not to hand here. And the Hangman is great because it helps you see things from a different perspective. So there's quite a few that you could use. Can I find my Hanged Man? The World, you could use the World because in essence you're tapping into another world. There, crystals or other things you can use. So you can use like citrine, clear quartz would be excellent. Here we are, Hanged Man. I would use the Hangman because of the Neptune influence there. So you can use those cards, but yeah, clear quartz, white candle. So crystals can be used to help again bring focus. And if you believe in something, it works. If you believe and you live that you believe, you're not just like, oh, we're just trying it. If you're just trying it, it may not be as strong and powerful, but living in it, breathing in it, believing in it absolutely works. And I know for a fact that these work for me and they have worked for other people, so I love that. Julia, can you use white candles if you don't have coloured ones? Absolutely. You can use white as neutral and you can write on the white one, or you can write on a bit of paper and then around it the colour that you want it to be. Absolutely. There. Warren, great word. Good morning, Warren. Great word. Great agree with expanding your vibration and place trust. Yes, it's easier said than done, isn't it? I talk the talk, but do I always walk the walk? I don't know. I actually do I don't do platform as a rule, but I like my platform practice because it's a safety net there. So I do like that when I go to church. Do like that. So yeah. Anyway, I'm coming to the end of my little chit chat because it's now 10:30 and I have my little gem bean coming around today. Mondays is our admin day. Fabulous day for us to meet today. We meet every other Monday, and because it's the 8th of April and we've got all these magical energies going on, I know we're going to be buzzy with things there. So yeah, look out for my new book coming where I will talk about all these type of things and the cards. And if you're interested, you can drop me a message. I can put you on the whatever it is on the form there for it. I do have starting next week a tarot astrology course. It is 12 weeks, £111. If you want to join, let me know. We are going through, in a nutshell, the astrology connections to the zodiacs, the moon, and all the planets. What it means when the moon goes through your first house, second house, third house. What it means when it goes through Jupiter, through Mercury, or if you've got Aries in your first, second, third. So we're going to be going in deep, and you'll get a massive understanding of how to use the moon's energy, how to work with the moon's energy. It's £111 for 12 weeks, and it starts on Monday night next week when we're back to school. My psychic development class is fully booked on Tuesdays. We have no space there. I'm rammed. But I do have space on my online psychic development course, which starts the following Thursday. So if you want deets of that, let me know. Yeah, so have a fabulous day. Think about what it is you want to intend. Use this time of magic, new beginnings, like a restart, but take responsibility. Don't think, oh, I'm going to change this person, or I'm going to change that person. Look at what it is that you want to change yourself, how you can change that. And it's simple. Just ask yourself, like, where are you not happy? The other thing I just wanted to say is feng shui would be really good now. Getting rid of anything that's broke, decluttering, fixing things, going through your wardrobe, what you're too fat for, what you're too thin for, shoes that you might just too tatty, you're never really going to get them rehealed. Anything around your house that doesn't make you feel good, get rid of now. This is new energy. So having a look at where areas that you want to make some changes, not blaming everyone else, but doing that yourself, and having a look around your home, things that bug you. This is the time to get doing. Otherwise that bugging is that's the energy you're going to carry on. It's easier said than done when you've got a whole house to sort out. If you've just got little pockets here and there, it's quite easy to get on top of. But if you've got like every single room makes you feel shit, then you've got a lot of work to do. But your home really is your castle. So your home should be where you feel stable, secure. And in my opinion, every room you should walk in and be like, I love this room. I love this room. I love my room. And now I've got my new dining room chairs. Oh my God, they're like sex on legs. I love my dining room chairs. And I love my kitchen worktop. And that's the energy. So and I really do love it. I've got a bright yellow front door. So beautiful flowers and a yellow gate. I had it painted yellow on purpose a couple of years ago. So when you come around the corner, I'm like, there's my home. And it has all these like Buddhas and lights and shit out the front. You can totally tell it's mine. So when you come in, when you walk through your gate, when you walk through your pathway, your door, you're like, that energy that you emit is what you're going to bring in. If there's things like, oh, fuck's sake, this, I've got that to do, you're going to increase that energy. So have a little chat with yourself, have a little word with yourself. But today, this is a really good restart button to pause, reflect, and change that vibe. So thank you for listening, guys. I will be back again next Monday. I will be back to my earlier time next Monday. It's the holidays, and I just don't wake up in time when it's the summer holiday, Easter holidays, because no one in the house wakes me up. Everyone else is oversleeping, including me. So I'll be back round about 9, half 9 next Monday. Don't know what we're going to talk about, but we will see. If there's a topic you want me to chat about, happy birthday, Samantha. If you want to talk about anything, then let me know. Otherwise, I'll just see you then. On my YouTube channel, up now is April's Tarot Scopes, by the way. So go to Kate May Modern Day Mystic on my YouTube. If you're watching YouTube, you'll see it. And this week's scope. So there's 2 lots that have come up. The month of April for every zodiac sign, in your health, in your love, in your career, in your money, and general vibes, and your week ahead as well. So 2 biggies, but particularly the April one is a biggie. If you want to book a reading with me, go to katemay.co.uk. Laters.